Hey guys, so first off, before I go into this, I want to say I apologize. You did not get a bridal diaries for July. Right around the week I was planning on filming this, they announced July 15th that my current attraction, where I'm actually working as of now, the video time I'm filming this, the Great Movie Ride was closing, and that kind of caused a lot of craziness in my life and my work life, and then there was a lot of what ifs, like where are we going, what's going to happen next, da 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 da, and it kind of put an ultimate halt to a lot of wedding planning things, because I was exhausted and wasn't in the mood to do any wedding planning things, which is not good, because I should have not only filmed this video but done pretty much 50% of what I'm going to talk about in this video that I yet as of now, which is August, I don't know, 10th maybe, I think. I don't know what the exact date is. There's a lot of things that I should have done and I haven't done yet, but I'm going to tell you what I plan on doing when it comes to designing and printing paper and digital things. Before I go off, I would like to say that I am a graphic design major. That said, I have a lot of desire to... Kiki! My cat. Kiki, no, honey. Sorry, your world just got rocked. My cat is in here and she decided to rub up against the tripod. As I was saying, I have a lot of desire to design personally pretty much anything and everything that involves paper or that I can design. That means like bridesmaids invites, the actual wedding invites, any paper design posters or websites or anything. And I'm going to kind of briefly go over what I did to kind of research and inspire myself and what I actually ended up using as like printing services or like website services and everything. Okay, so first things first, I'll start from the beginning. Jared's and my engagement photos, we kind of cheated in the sense because we wanted all of our engagement photos to be in the Disney parks since that's where we met, that's where we work, that's what we love. And so what we did is we used the PhotoPass system and basically used the vacation package where it's like everything, all of your pictures that you get within 30 days, taken in 30 days, you get a free download for. And so that's what we did. I edited some actually on their website, but it doesn't come out as higher quality as you just rip it from the actual site and then like design it yourself. But what I ended up doing is I ended up taking those photos and using them for several other things, which I'll go into in a moment. So that's where we did our engagement shoot. Then we went on to, I designed our wedding website, which there's several different ways that you can do this. There's like a ton of wedding websites you can use. Wedding Wire is really good. And these are all free. Wedding Wire, The Knot, which The Knot I would suggest actually using because there's a lot of extra tools that they use, like for RSVPs and stuff like that to gather addresses and things that are really, really helpful. So I suggest if you're looking for a simple way, use The Knot. And then I personally used Weebly, Weebly, but that's because that's what I use for my own personal website. And so I just created a new site. It's a flash type making, kind of like Wix, but simpler, and you can pick photos and edit where you want modules and have a blog to it. And I personally like it. I feel like I have a lot of creative access to it. But there's like several websites you can use. You can use Wix. I have used Wix.com, Wix.com before, which is also free. But simplest route is definitely The Knot. And I used our engagement photos from our little, it was actually from the actual week we got engaged as well. And what I wanted to do is before we got most of the pictures taken, I went on Pinterest and looked for different cute ideas and poses and things and kind of kept those in my mind. Like, you know, the simple kissy pictures, back-to-back pictures, stuff like that. Pinterest is definitely going to be your place that you want to look for majority of inspiration, and that's what I did. No shame. Anyway, so after we made the website, save the dates, and will you be my bridesmaids? I saved the dates. Actually, I wanted to have it be a fast pass. If you don't know what fast pass is, it's something that's very, very popular at Disney parks. It's what you kind of use to kind of get you in through a faster access to whatever. So I designed in Photoshop, I designed my own little creation. I actually have, you can make your own, and I can make some for you rather, on my Etsy shop, which you can tell in the link just in the box description below. Sorry I'm talking fast, I'm trying to get a lot into one short video. And that's pretty much what I use, that simple template, and I designed something specific for our actual attraction, our wedding logo, but the one that I use on my Etsy shop is kind of simple and generic enough. Anyway, moving on. So I did that, printed those out. What I ended up doing to kind of save time trying to find addresses and stuff like that, I printed out, cut out, and handed them to, well, I put them in a little envelope, but I handed them to a lot of my cast member friends and people who I knew would appreciate the fact that it was a fast pass, and pretty much everyone else, family, other people who don't really like Disney or know a lot about Disney, or people who I just don't have their addresses. I actually created a Save the Date Facebook group because I'm friends with a lot of people who were inviting to the wedding. And that is also what I used as kind of like our central hub as for how to access the wedding website, how to access date information, ask me questions, da-da-da-da-da. Because some people, like my fiance's family, I'm not friends with all of them, nor do I want to be Facebook friends with all of them, but they can ask me questions. Ask me, my mom, my mother-in-law, and my fiance any because let's be honest, the dads don't really plan a lot of the wedding. Questions that they have, and that's also where I'll get into RSVPing. The knot you can take, what you can do to RSVP on the knot is you'll click on the link and it'll say please RSVP to Danny and Jared's wedding, and then you click if you're coming, if you're not coming. If you are coming, it'll say please provide your address, which when you have everyone's address, you can download a Excel spreadsheet and it'll say who's coming, who's not coming, and then the addresses. So you can use that when it comes to sending invitations, which I'm actually going to get into later. I'm going to have to use that later. So yeah, we did that. And then for Will You Be My Bridesmaids, the groomsmen, we didn't really do anything for special. Jared did personally ask each one though. And then for the flower girls and the ring bearers, what I ended up doing is I designed a little, I went into more of on another separate video of what I actually did for them, but what I designed is just a little card, simple card, and then for the flower girls, it was more of a wedding invitation from Ariel. I used a lot of Little Mermaid Ariel. I even used her signature through Photoshop and put it on there, to, like as if it was Ariel inviting the little girls to be a part of this royal wedding. And for the little boys, I did like a Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because we're kind of doing an underlay of Marvel because my fiance loves superheroes. So like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are inviting them to come and protect the royal ring type of a thing. Anyway, it was cute. Moving on. So I did that, packaged that up, mailed that out. And then what am I going into next? Oh yeah, the wedding invitations. Wedding invitations, I have been putting off because I'm so nervous about it being perfect. And what I've realized is going back and looking at all the other wedding invitations that I've been invited to, like my bridesmaids' weddings and then a couple of my other friends' weddings, they're not perfect, and a lot of them are simple. Not that I'm bashing their wedding invitations. Their wedding invitations are beautiful. But your wedding invitation doesn't have to be this glamorous, like, huge, spectacular thing that you, like, see on TV. It doesn't have to be that. It could be something very simple, and then you can spend that extra money into decorations or something else special for the guests, like wedding goodies or something, anything else. And so that's what I'm trying to keep put in my head. And so what I've done is I sat down with one of my bridesmaids, my future sister-in-law, and we kind of looked at a couple of, I saw a little link on Wedding Paper Divas. This is the one that I used. And what we did is they had a special where you could order, I think it was 8 free samples, and you can order free samples or samples from several different websites. And the reason why I did this, even though I wasn't going to be using any of their products, I use this because this comes with a paper selection. It comes with, like, this is the textured paper feels like. This is what shimmer paper feels like, which I'm actually going to end up using shimmer paper. And they also have matte, which somehow got hidden. Don't know how that happened. Anyway, and I ordered this so I can look at what some websites or some paper are like, which you're gonna want, because like you'll think like, I don't know what kind of paper, or should I just want plain paper? But like this you can feel, and this way I can take this to the store, and I've actually have taken this to Staples, which is where I'm going to initially print my wedding invitations. And I compared, like, okay, I really am in love with this paper. Let's see what looks right. And what I liked about this is it shows what the ink looks like as well on the actual paper. But this little package, like I said, came absolutely free. And then I also got to pick multiple different invitations. And these are the couple that I actually am using for inspiration. I was able to pick 8 different ones and look at them. And I really liked that because I was able to kind of like hold an actual wedding invitation that was like, and compare like what it looked like digital to what it looked like in person. And these are the 3 that I liked all together. I really liked the design of this one. If you don't know, my wedding's under the sea themed, and so I ordered a lot of different kinds. I loved the colors on this one and kind of like the watercolor look. I liked the tan paper and like how the signature and the block font. Same thing with this one. I really like the setup of this one. This is like kind of like a really main inspiration. And then kind of like, what do you do in the back? What do you put on the back? And so from a designer's outlook, I absolutely appreciated that I did this, and I didn't even like, it was just kind of an idea that spontaneous idea that I saw it and I was like, oh, I'll just order some just to look. And it ended up being a lot more helpful than I anticipated. And so I do suggest that, because when you look at pictures on Pinterest, you're like, these all look great, but I don't know which ones I want. So go order some samples. Even if you're not going to actually use that site, you can look and say, okay, I really like this one. Let's find one, or find a way we can design one like this. So that's what I ended up doing. So appreciative of that. It helped me so much kind of like grasp the idea and like contain it and hold it in real life. So what I am going to do, I have the invitation all printed out, all designed, and maybe later, closer to the actual wedding, I'll show you what the wedding invitation looks like. And it's going to be a block one, and so those envelopes are really hard to find. I've been looking everywhere, like in stores and stuff, to kind of like purchase that with the invitations, like get it printed and get it. And so what I've ended up having to do is I'm actually going to use Amazon. Amazon has a ton, because I wanted the invitation to be just like white paper and then the envelope to be colored. And so I was able to find the exact color that I want, the exact size on Amazon. So I'm going to do that. I need to do that. I haven't done that yet. I need to do that. I'm also going to go to Staples. I have on a USB the actual invitation. I just have to take it and get it printed, and then I'm going to cut them all out and put them into the envelope. My mom and I are kind of debating on who is addressing them or what, but I think I'm actually going to address them, put them into a little book or box, and then ship them to my mom, and she's going to pay for shipping to each individual place. I think that's what we're doing. That was a discussion we had literally yesterday, and so that's what I'm going to do with that, to kind of take my stress that I've now built up out and put it over there. Another thing I'm designing that I am excited about is a coloring page sheet. Now what it's going to be is literally just like one piece of paper, and it's going to be just folded up like your basic little card, and it's going to have on like 4 sides, obviously, and then like a coloring page if they want to just color it on the other side. And that I'm actually going to print myself just with black. And I'm going to have one page, it's going to be like a little ring, like you can design your own ring. Another one's going to be kind of like a matching, like you match a cupcake with a present and a ring and something else, like you match them all together. And then I think I did a maze as well, trying to get to the cake or something. And I think the last one is design your own cake. And what we're going to do, I haven't figured out, just because the wedding venue is very nice old furniture that I don't want to get damaged. I haven't decided. I was going to use just basic crayons. I think I may still, because we actually don't have that many children who are coming to the wedding, not that many little ones that won't be unsupervised. But I wanted to have something for the little girls, and the joke between Jared and I is the little girls, little boys, and Jared to do during the reception, to kind of color and play around and kind of contain them, because the wedding venue space is very large and I don't want them like running away and bothering other people, because it is in like a hotel type of place. And so I'm doing that, and then I'm also designing 2 different things. I'm designing an itinerary that is, oh I forgot, I'm also designing like back to the invitations. I'm designing a little RSVP card. I'm calling it an RSVP card, but it's not actually an RSVP card. What it is it's actually going to be on one side, I'm going to design a cute little map on how to get to the place, because the place is kind of complicated to get to. And the other side is going to be our hashtag. We're using wedding pics, which is kind of like, I'll get into that in another video about technology that I'm using. But like, it's going to be like different things that they need to know, and then the itinerary of the day. And maybe some suggestions, because the wedding is happening very close to New Year's and Christmas, and there's a lot of people who have never been to Disney during that time period, and it can kind of get a little crazy. So I'm also gonna post that. Anyway, I'm designing that, and then the what bridal party is actually going to have an itinerary themselves on when they need to arrive, when the photos are going to be taken, kind of like a weekly thing, like when our bachelor party / bachelorette parties are happening, which I'll get into that in another video as well. And yeah, this video I'm sure has gone on very, very long. There's a lot that I'm designing. There's probably even more that I'm designing that I'm sure I will talk about later as I get things printed and thought out. I literally have everything together. I just have to sit down and actually do it. But like I said, life's been a little crazy. Literally, today is my second to last shift at the Great Movie Ride, and I start training in a week from tomorrow, I think, in my new location in Frozen. So life's been a little crazy on top of a wedding. I wanted to send these out the end of last July. Like I said, life was crazy, so my goal is to send them out end of August, which is just a couple of months away. 4 or 5-ish months away from the wedding. Anyway, next video, hopefully we will be talking about our groomsmen suits and stuff like that. Who knows, honestly. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.